Let's hope that we get a break in patterns here as we start the draft phases coming in. Carry being banned out for the red side, and it's going to be Hayabusa banning out for the blue side, and it's going to be IMP, which is impunity on the red side.
Impunity, blocking out carry taking. Show very quickly on. Look at the response coming in from Team Fallen. Minotaur and Aurora being hovered at this point. In there being locked in. We looked at devastating combos coming out from them in the previous game. The freeze effect, the knockups, the engage potential is so heavily skewed within their favor. What will Impunity do to counteract this?
Well, what's really important to note is, ooh, that's a very interesting pickup right there.
There was an Alice before this. The Alice showed such strength, such versatility, and one MVP made the game such an exciting game. From a Singapore team, this is another Singapore team that's picking it up as well.
Now here's something that breaks the pattern that we've seen. Yeah. Balmon being picked up. Saber is definitely something that we've seen. Agatsakacha coming in from the side Impunity, covered up with the Roger for the final pickup. And let us see what is the last choice coming in for the side.
The hover over Clint. Will it be
Fallen?
Will it be... I would go... it is in fact the lock-in that's Clint that's there. I'm not quite sure that was the right sort of pick. I would have wanted to see, Mia actually come out.
Why is that, Pseudo?
I believe that, with the engage that they have, you want to get a lot of consistent damage, and Mia can just stand right there, if well protected, turn on ultimate, and just fire away, because you not only have knockups, you have freezes that can be put into place, and I don't think so Clint can out DPS given a span of time.
Well, I might have to disagree with you on that, because I do agree with you in the fact that Mia, as the DPS, because of her passive, she just builds up more and more speed. And the fact that Turbo Stealth as a mechanic is a very, very safe ability to use. You go invisible, you free yourself from crowd control, and you're able to run away with the increased movement speed. Clint doesn't have that, but he does have that net shot that knocks him back. But what makes the difference between Mia and Clint in this matchup is the fact that Howitzer. Howitzer is a long-range damage tool. The fact that you also have the quick draw.
Let's go into game. Let's see if all of that is going to make a play. I'm looking really heavily forward to this. Impunity has such an interesting lineup, and Team Fallen as well.
Well, here we go into the game. It's going to be a standard matchup here.
Bunch of 5 coming on the red side. Team Fallen.
Is it going to be a bamboozling surprise coming in from the side of Team Fallen, though?
They're still clustered together, not revealing exactly where they are. There's been a lot of unsure. Chonus moving back into the bottom lane. Ooh, nobody's still at top. How interesting. Are they looking for the bottom gank?
I think they might actually... What's really important to note here is the fact that wave management... They give up a little bit of that wave management here early on. So if there's members of Impunity actually push up way too much and they do not have the proper backup, ganks can actually be a problem coming in from the side of Impunity. And especially with Team Fallen, if they are able to communicate it well and try to predict the rotations well, they could actually catch members of Team Fallen, of Impunity, basically off guard.
Well, in the end, it's a zero-sum game because what happened was Team Fallen decided to start off in the jungle and went to lane, and Impunity did the opposite. So they went into lane, got that first wave, and went back into the jungle. Very early Hermit being taken here as they all sort of reset back into game. Chose the only one at the bottom at this point. It's going to be a 3v1.
Well, 3v1, yes, but he does have the advantage in terms of goal, a little bit of goal and a little bit of leveling because he's actually soaking up all the experience. He doesn't have to share it. That's the benefit of you being in a solo lane. You're able to get all the goal. You don't have to share your goal with anyone else, so you maximize your value and you maximize your scaling.
They do see each other. I like this sort of, pose. I'm right in your face. I'm almost there. But they're respecting really the distance that they're keeping from each other. Now 5 members of Impunity towards the bottom side of the map. Whoa. They're posturing. Quick turtle being taken. 4 members grouping up.
And this is smart coming in from the side of Team Impunity because they know for a fact that
the engage is going on.
Oh my goodness, they get it though. Impunity does get it. Velvet in the middle of it is gonna go down. He's gonna go down. The first blood goes over to Alice. The fight still goes on, and that was a beautiful way of the drag coming in by Beast as Ace just behind him, not being able to get into range and supplement the damage.
I mean, once again, Alice got the first blood and is setting her up to be such this big carry later on. Unfortunately, she'll not being able to, hit exact right target, pushing Minotaur away, but that's not exactly the target. The dive goes through.
The dive comes in. Logic. Logic is just going to go away. And Logic is going to go down as Kirato gets it down as well. A double kill will go over to Jipuntang, trying his best to get it. Does take a little bit too much damage. The heal, the knockup right into the Wave Dragon, the triple kill. Holy freaking cow. That's going to be the first turret going in for Impunity, and it seems that Impunity is living up to the pattern of aggression that the Singaporeans are known for in this event.
I mean, the aggression is really through the roof at this point. Not only do you have Alice coming in all the way, going into turret to remove the aggro away, keeping them alive. We see the re-engage by Cho moving all the way throughout, coming back in, and they're being rewarded so heavily for it. 4-0 right now. The goal lead already almost 4,000.
Almost 4,000 in favor of Impunity, and it seems that Fallen may actually fall impunitively to Impunity if this actually happens.
This setup.
It's gonna be a bamboozle brush. Will it be a bamboozle brush?
Surprise!
Gosu, surprise on you, Gosu. But luckily enough, the net was still on, was off cooldown. He able to get away from it.
We have another one waiting, Show in the fray.
Oh, we've got to be careful, though. What I like about this is the fact that Cho is able to set up some crazy kills with Way of the Dragon. Shunpo right behind it, kick them into the hands of the team.
Everybody's rotating top right now. This is going to be another clash. They see Alice. Alice doesn't see them.
Velvet nicely hiding under the brush, but if he does come out, he will be spotted by members of Impunity. Impunity is trying to get into a favorable position. Oh my goodness.
They see
Kirato
him.
out of position. This is bad. And the flicker over the wall. Velvet comes in with the spin. Will it be enough? No, it will not. The knockup is good. Velvet tries to flicker away. The damage is good. The mega kill will go over to Impunity. Gosu will be the second to go down. Will it be another kill that goes over to Impunity? Yes, it will. And it's going to go over to Beast. Beast and God living up to their names.
It is really staggering to see how well they're coordinating. Not only are they engaging, they're coming out absolutely clean. Yet another turret is going to be taken away, and all they can do is back away because they need to stop the bleeding. They need to stop the bleeding right now. And just look at the timing. Turtle spotting up in 3 seconds.
This
immediately
is a
coming
beautiful tactic coming in from Impunity. They knew that they had maybe 30 seconds to push out that mid lane. The wave was already pushing towards the turret of Team Fallen for the side of Impunity.
The flanks coming in. It's all by his lonesome self.
Kirato comes in. He's got to be careful, though. Oh, that was a nice steal. That was a nice secure coming in by Soul, but it's going to be
Look
bad.
at Alice.
Jipuntang. Oh, Kirato spins, tries to get the kill. No, he will not. The double kill will go over to the Roger as Gosu in the middle of everything. The knockup is good. Roger comes behind it. There goes the Way of the Dragon. Gosu will go down.
That was former members that went down, and Alice survived with a sliver of health.
This is going to open up the Lord. Holy cow. 10-0 in favor of Impunity. Impunity playing a perfect game coming into game number 1.
The plays, the outmaneuverability, the rotation, the engagement, and the disengaging come across there. Absolutely beautiful.
I'm liking what Impunity is doing right now. They are... I don't know about you guys at home or the viewers right here at Tropicana Cinema, but this is how you play Mobile Legends as a team at a professional level. Because the communication seems so good. Immediately, as soon as they took the turret down.
The coordination, the communication, and the synergy. I mean, they know each other's limits. They're playing to those limits. And they're being rewarded so heavily. 10-0, goal difference, 9,000.
Holy cow. I do not know about
At
you.
7 minutes.
At 7 minutes, this is a very good game, and it seems that Impunity wants to...
Grouping up S5. This is going to be another engage coming in.
Beast, Shunpo's out. Takes a bit of too much damage right into the snowball of death. Oh, Kirato goes down for a monster kill. That was just beautifully set up. The Lord pressuring it out, taking the turret damage. They do have the amount of DPS to take down the turret. This is bad. Jipulang goes down. Godlike goes over, but he gets shut down. God, getting close to being godlike. Gets shut down. This might be the end of the game. No, it's not.
No,
Beast doesn't have it. Oh, too much damage being taken over by Beast. They gotta be careful.
A little bit of an overreach there. I mean, it was such a good escort for Lord to come in. They do manage to get on the tower. They're going to be swiping off, you know, the silence at this point. Is just free goal for them. They can wipe out the jungle, which is what they're going to be doing, collecting their buffs. And guess what? Turtle's coming up in 40 seconds, and they're going to be getting another huge goal lead. What can Team Fallen do?
All right, Team Fallen, what they need to do right now is they need to try and steal an objective or try to make kills whereby Impunity is out of position. But it seems that because of the communication and the elements of elimination, you know for a fact that if 3 members of Team Fallen are on the bot side, that means 2 members are maybe in the top side or the mid side.
It's simple math, and they're reading them exactly like an easy ABC book at this point. Oh, this is going to be another setup.
Oh, Beast and Ace.
Show's going in.
Oh my goodness, we have the Dragon. Logic in the middle of it. That was a beautiful 3-man knockup. And it is Decimation coming in. The double kill for the side of Impunity. They are just taking it to Team Fallen.
It is complete obliteration at this point. There's nothing that can be done. Oh.
I mean, this is just Team Fallen stalling out what is inevitable coming in from the side of Impunity.
Oh, yeah.
And not even a single turret. It'll be almost impossible for the side of Impunity, for the side of Team Fallen to actually come back from this unless Impunity does a major mess up.
No, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. The focus come in.
Oh my goodness, that was beautifully set up, but it seems that the members of Team Fallen are having problems.
The re-engagement.
Oh, the re-engagement. Beautifully done, and it's going to be a kill. The killing spree going over to Roger. Mega kill going over for the Alice. And Velvet is going to go down to God. No, he will not. God taking too much of the turret damage.
They want more.
Before it, he wants to try and get it, but it's going to be a GGWP coming in for the side of Team Impunity. And Team Fallen falls to Impunity.
Wow. I wanted a pace that was increasing. Oh, it got delivered.
In
spades.
Wow. I don't know about you, but...
The graph of game 2. Will Alice get removed or will it get picked up again? MVP both times from the Singapore games. Ooh. I want to see it happen.
I want to see it happen, but it seems that we're going to have a bit of a problem with our overlay at the moment.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery, yeah. We're keeping it out. Oh, wow. Thank you very much. And it seems that Cho
and Aurora being removed.
A wise choice coming in, but it leaves open carry for the side of Team Fallen.
Team Fallen immediately picking her up. That's there. Hayabusa locked in already.
We've seen how Hayabusa has performed coming into these matchups, and the amount of mobility, the amount of annoyance in general that comes with Hayabusa.
So hard to deal with. It needs to spend so much resources on dealing with. Looks like Kaguya as well is being hovered over there. Minotaur locked in by Impunity as well. We saw some pretty good engages by Minotaur in the last game, but couldn't really, you know, execute the full combos that were going on. No, Cyclops now being hovered, Cyclops being locked in.
Ooh, what I like about this is star power lockdown. Long range, the power of the stars locking you down, and it could stop problems for the side of Impunity. But it seems that...
It could be an answer to Hayabusa, right?
It could be.
Being able to, you know, auto-target him and lock him down. Alice being hovered over once again by Impunity, locked in.
Oh boy.
Could that spell disaster?
It could spell disaster for the side of Impunity, for the side of Team Fallen. However, it seems that Johnson will be picked up by Gosu. Yep. And the thing that really interests me the most is the fact that Carry. Oh, Akai, are we going to get another tank that's a side that's different from Tigreal and Minotaur?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, we're actually getting an Akai. The Panda himself.
The Panda himself makes an appearance. I think they're going back to what they know and the comfort is there. Nana being hovered over.
But it might actually be taken up by Eudora, Lapu-Lapu. It's going to be Eudora, yeah.
I think they've been listening to us and it's sort of like taunting us at this point. It's like, we'll hover it for you.
Let's tilt the castles a little bit more, you know?
We just want them to get, like, get really excited and then we, like, crush their hopes and dreams and then we're like...
It's like watching an episode of Game of Thrones.
Oh. Don't go there.
Don't even get me started.
Don't go there.
Okay.
No.
Anyway, coming into this game, coming into this matchup, what do you think about these two teams side by side? How do you feel about them?
Oh, I look at Impunity and I go, that's scary.
It's very scary.
It's pretty rough to deal with, especially knowing what you just dealt with.
Oh yes.
I think that's what makes it worse. If this was the very first game with this draft, it's a bit difficult to sort of assess what you're doing. But essentially, they had the same things of what they had before. You have knockups, you have engagers, you have allies, which was such a huge component for them that's there, and you have assassins to pick it off. Now, on the other side, on Team Fallen, they sort of went back to their comfort picks. You see Akai coming out.
Yeah, what's really interesting about Akai is the fact that why isn't he being picked out as much is because he doesn't have the same things that Tigreal has or Minotaur has. Minotaur comes in with a little bit of a heal. Tigreal, on the other hand, he has that charge right into the implosion, which affects a big members of teams. As we're going to go into the game, we're going to find out more.
Oh, the grouping comes in 4-on-4. Will there be an engage? They do see each other.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy. It's going to be a bit of a poke fest.
It's a tap high, really. It's like, here, I'll throw a skill at you.
A love tap.
A love tap. I like that.
Yeah, a bit of love taps coming in from both sides of the teams. I don't see any clear-cut advantages for either side of the team, but it seems that...
No, but that's how the last game started as well. And everything changed by that 2.5 minute mark. We're seeing the same sort of repeat going on, right? You are seeing Team Impunity, go to lane, take the first wave, go back into the jungle, collect it. It seems like a repeat. I mean, it's a winning strategy for them before, right? Why change it?
Yeah, but the thing on the side of Impunity, though, is the fact that...
This is going to translate to a rotation to the bottom lane. We are seeing Team Fallen rotate away, expecting this to happen. Now,
I think what Team Fallen is
coming
trying
back.
to do... No, there's not going to be anything on that. It would have changed something if Logic was at level 4 and he had his star power lockdown.
Oh, yes. Completely different.
But they don't have the amount of damage to actually supplement the kills. Even though Velvet is behind there, they do have a good mix of damage with Velvet and Logic, being able to do magic and physical damage, but it's not going to be enough.
The skills haven't been ranked up high enough where the damage can be dealt with, where you can chunk people for 1/4 bits of your health yet. So, it's a little bit of a positioning error that happened. It's still a love tap between the teams. But we are seeing a little bit more defensive plays here. People are being a little bit more respectful of the boundaries which you should be keeping because nobody wants to give up that first blood like what happened in game 1.
Yeah, the thing is,
we are seeing engage.
Oh, boy.
Carrie being pushed out of her own jungle.
This is very interesting because this can actually open up the turtle for them. They want to drag it out, and this is smart for them. What they're doing right now is they pull it out.
We are seeing Johnson coming in.
Oh, my goodness, Velvet. Oh, that was nicely done by Ace, but Ace gets split up. It's going to be the first blood that goes over to Akai. Gosu will be the second to go down. And that was beautifully set up. Roger gets a kill. And the fight has broken out as Impunity. God,
looking for the
very
re-engage.
mortal. Soul.
Akai coming back in.
Soul goes down. Holy cow. Breathing a little bit of life and hope into the Team Fallen. That was beautifully set up. And like I said, comfort picks for the win coming in from the side of Team Fallen.
It was really nice to see Levi, go in there, being able to capitalize. Confidence on the champion really is showing here. 2-1, Turtle did get secured still by Team Fallen, in fact. So it's working in their favor. I like it.
What I like about Levi playing this Akai is the fact that he does have the shield that's able to absorb a little bit of damage. So that's the thing that makes the difference. Whenever an Akai comes up to you, you're going to try to just instinctively attack it and try to go backwards as you're going for it. But over the top lane, Soul and Velvet have a bit of an interaction here, but it's going to be more of a love tap from Soul onto Velvet.
And that's where you see, Velvet just move back. You go, I don't need to deal with you. You can have the wave that's there. I'm going to go back to my jungle. I'm going to wait for the wave to crash into my tower, still collect the experience that's there. It's slowing down the pace a little bit because people are starting to realize that like it's not going to be such a clean game. It's not going to be that easy as before.
I mean, it's definitely not going to be as easy as before. And what's happening right here is the Reaper being taken down for the side of Fallen. And this is going to help with Gosu because he does have the double buff. Oh, Ace comes in. Gosu takes a bit of damage, but it's not going to be enough as he has to back away from it.
2 love taps this time around.
I mean, it's 2 love taps, yes, but the fact is, it could have been more, but the turret decided to add its own love taps onto him as well, so he has to back away.
But that's like a love smack.
Oh, love smack, that's for sure. Coming in, it's going to be the mid lane here. The spinny wheels being thrown out. Good AoE denial coming in, but Gosu not being able to do much.
Oh, Alice coming in.
Ooh. Alice comes in. That was beautifully done.
That just really denial of zone at that point. Being rewarded impunity with nice engagements, both of them coming in from the flanks, and that means that was secured.
Because this is really important to note, the fact that impunity, though they are behind by 1 kill, they are
hitting goal.
They're ahead of goal. That's one. They're ahead of objective, and they're ahead of turrets. And this is just playing to the style that they're winning to. Even though that the Singaporean team, even though Team Fallen is ahead by 1 kill, objective control is in favor of impunity.
This is completely set up again for Turtle. You see everybody rotating towards it. This is really good timing control over the map objectives that's
Look at that. 5 seconds in, and you can see 3 members of impunity trying to hang out there. But what's important is Team Fallen is matching it as well. They are hanging out around here. They know
Zilong's going up to the top.
Uh-oh. This could be bad because 5 members of impunity are hanging out over in the bot side. Team Fallen, they decide to go for this. They could fight a losing
battle.
battle.
Has been started.
No, it hasn't been started yet, but Soul hanging out over there, and God actually trying to get...
Hayabusa coming in. Oh, this is teetering.
Oh, God. God spots out Levi. Will decide not to go against him and try to get anything from him.
The turtle has been started. Quarter HP down already. Akai coming from the other end. Hayabusa going up top to deal with the other push.
Oh, Johnson goes in for the ultimate. Oh, that's good. He's trying to mess up the fight, but it seems that God
Alice,
in the middle of it. Oh, nicely done. It seems that the red team will take it, but it's the Kareen carry that gets it.
Impunity now struggling to stay in it. Minutes have been taken down. Carry double kill.
Oh my goodness. It seems that Team Fallen has... There's a reason why they're called Team Fallen. They're going to show that they're not going to fall easily, and they are adapting very well to this.
Or they need to fall once and then never fall again and smack you down.
Yes. Like how Thomas Wayne hit Bruce Wayne. Why do we fall, Bruce? We learn to pick ourselves up, and Team Fallen is slowly picking themselves up.
I mean, you see one thing after the other, right? The objective control here. Not only good coming from Impunity side, but Fallen as well, responding in kind with more aggression. You are seeing Akai jumping on Alice, pushing her away, being this disruption that's coming across, and it's working out for them because Impunity is getting scattered. They aren't being able to play the team composition in the team fights the way they want to, and they're winning.
Okay, I think, in my opinion, a lot of this is set up beautifully by Levy. Levy is doing well as a tank because he's disrupting the positioning for most members of the side of Impunity, and Impunity are having problems adjusting towards it because Akai, despite the fact that he's tanky, he does quite a bit of damage onto the carries, and because of that,
you can't ignore him.
You can't ignore him, and you got to at least you got to at least put in a bit of
resources towards dealing with him, and that just means your formation's going a little bit further out. Ace under attack.
Oh my goodness. That was beautifully done. That shadow swap was really good.
Oh, he's coming in for more. Potentially, playing around with the idea that's there. It looks like the tower is going to fall.
The top turret's going to fall in
Carries
favor.
at mid.
Oh boy, carries at mid, chasing down to Soul, but it's very wise for the side of Team Fallen's Gosu to just be careful about it. Jipun Lang.
Oh, they're teetering around each other again.
Oh my goodness, this is very bad coming in from Jipun Lang and the members of Impunity. They are getting out of position. They are getting pushed out into their jungle, and it seems that Team Fallen is trying to slowly get back control of their jungle.
I mean, this is a split push here working super well. Not only are they behind in kills, but they're up in gold.
Definitely, and I like the fact that Impunity is showing a very diverse way of playing. It shows that you don't just have to get 20, 30 kills just to get a win of the game, you know? Sometimes you can be behind.
Map control is really, you know, the key that's over here. We are seeing 30 seconds to the turtle respawns, and that just is going to signal time for another re-engagement in a clash.
Oh my goodness, that was beautifully done, and he shadows out of there just like the wind.
Just to knock them down a peg just before turtle begins, really setting up that so that it's a slightly easier fight for them to capitalize on. 10 seconds away, they need to respond to the top. Well, Zilong's going to take the tower. That's there. Carry looks like it's moving up on top as well to deal with it. And in the bottom, still trading back and forth, not really committing towards it.
Well, it's more of like baby punches, I suppose, you know? I mean, it's just to get the feeling of...
It's, you know, right smacks to each other. They just want to get a feel of each other.
Oh, my goodness. Did God just miss his Minotaur Rage? This is bad coming in from God, because if he missed that out, right?
That's a cooldown that you don't want to be missing out there. And this is going to signal, you know, an engagement over there. But we are seeing Hayabusa coming into the middle lane.
Oh my goodness, Gosu in a bit of bother here, but will he be able to get it? Oh my God!
Look at
that damage! Will he be able to get that 5th shot though? No, he will not. Ace, nicely doing it, using that vision control very well to avoid Speedy Light Wheel.
That is one for the highlight reels, being able to use and abuse your kit.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that differentiates high-level teams and
here we go again.
Oh, no. It was just a prank, bro. You just got bamboozled, and it's not going to happen coming in from the side of Impunity. Impunity does have the advantage in terms of wave pressure and in terms of wave management. However, in terms of KDA, not so impressive coming in from the side.
Is this a sneaky Lord play? It is.
Oh, my goodness. Holy cow, Impunity.
Oh
my goodness, that is quick.
That is the response. They are backing away from this.
But they got to be careful.
Johnson's coming in.
Oh my God, velvety voice, velvet,
Team
smooth
Fallen picking up the ashes and responding to it. Will they be able to secure Lord on the end?
Oh, nicely done coming in from the side of Team Fallen. They did get the Lord, and this is going to help them with the win condition.
Look at Akai coming in from the bottom side, trying to deal with Alice, pushing her away, and that looks like it's going to be it. They should be able to rotate top, take the tower if they want to, but Turtle is also up, and that just means more gold, more experience for them to climb back. And there we have the gold swing into their favor now.
Well, what's really important to note is the fact that before this, Team Fallen was basically falling to Impunity. And the fact now
is... Impunity is falling down on their knees.
On their knees at the moment, because it seems that Team Fallen losing that first game has awakened a beast, in my opinion, because I've never seen a team that adjusts so quickly, so fast, and works well.
Especially with how devastating it was in the first game. This is a massive fight and comeback. I just want a game 3 because I want to see more of them play.
Stop all lockdown. Soul's going to go down, and Gosu in the middle of the Jipu Lang, dangerously low, and Gosu being able to sustain the life steal is too much. Oh, he's got to be careful. He gets shut down. He gets ended, and that was bad. The shutdown was real coming in from the side of Fallen, from the side of Impunity, but Fallen is keeping up the pressure. Another star power lockdown, but luckily enough, Hayabusa will be able to get away from it. And I don't know about you, but that star power lockdown was the difference, and it was beautifully set up. Members of Team Fallen was quick to fall upon members of Team Impunity and take advantage of star power lockdown.
Oof. I need to breathe from all of that.
I don't know about you, but man, oh man, the action never stops in Mobile Legends because this action is
that's what makes it so entertaining. Oh, we see the engage coming in.
What's Ace doing? He's in the middle of 3 members,
we are seeing the sun fall all the way out. Oh, he's back in. Ace, what was that?
I do not know about you, but Ace is far from Ace at the moment because he messed up so bad.
Is the pressure getting to them?
I think the pressure is getting to them. A team that they easily dispatched in the first match is now dispatching them easily.
It's back with a vengeance. It has fangs. It's everything at this point.
Everything sharp, painful, and spicy is in favor of Team Fallen at the moment because I think that...
they're back with, like, vengeance. They're like, there's one of those axes when you come back and you say, like, oh my God.
Oh, why do you have to go there, man? Why do you have to go there? I I felt like 10 beads of sweat go down my head when you say that. But anyway.
Too close to home.
Too close to home, too close to home. You put the nail into the coffin right there. But enough about the jokes and my, you know, my social life with women. We're going to go right to the game as they're going to be pushing out over in the mid side in favor of Gosu. Over in the top side, they want that top side inhibitor turret as they're going to be pushing it out. It's in favor of Team Fallen as Impunity are struggling with the rotations, diverting as much resources as they can to the top side to try to get back into the game. But could this spell doom?
Hayabusa going in again.
Oh my goodness.
Will get punished completely. Gone. Carry obliterated him. There's another member that has fallen. God, that's going down as well.
Gosu living up to that name. Holy cow. Speedy light
That
wheel.
just means Turtles open yet again for the easy take, and then after that it is a setup for Lord. They might want to take out the mid tower first just to control the objective. We are seeing Turtle is back up, and there's so little that can be done now.
There is basically nothing that can be done for the side of Impunity. What Impunity
Look
needs
at the
to
rotation
do,
back up top.
Oh wow.
Is Carrie's just going to go solo Lord at this point?
I think it's not. It's going to be something that we're going to see because the pings are coming in for the side of the Lord as 5 members of the team Fallen are going to go for it,
and he's going to disappear.
And he is gone. And the reason why Carrie is so strong is because of what I said, light wheel mark. The more marks you put on, true damage, and true damage basically melts.
Here we go, and God caught out.
That was fast and furious Johnson drift, ladies and gentlemen, being lived up by Kirato. There goes top power lockdown, but it's too far away as members of Team Fallen do not have the ways to supplement it and will not be able to take advantage of that situation.
Coming in, Alice.
Long in dangerous position, but it seems that Soul picks up a bit more than he could chew. He does get the kill though. He gets a double kill, but it's going to be too little too late as Ace and Beast try their best to quell the push that's coming in the mid lane and top lane. Lord pushing up in the top lane. It will be wise for the side of Team Fallen to hang out with the Lord and push it out. There was a nice spear flip coming in from Velvet, but it's not going to amount to anything as Ace aces away with the shadows.
Time to take a little bit of a breather, pull back. You know, the jungle has respawned. You can collect it out. Turtle is back up there.
We need to breathe. Okay, let's slow things down for a while. Let's break it down for you guys. The main win condition that is being favored for the Singaporean team of Impunity is the fact that their rotations are not being counted by the side of Team Fallen. And I do not know what in the world for the side of Mia Jr. is Ace thinking. He keeps going into fights whereby there are 3 members that collapse on top of him. And the fact that Velvet already has the immortality passive, even if he dies, he'll still be able to come back to life after a certain amount of time.
I mean, it's really because of the lack of vision, right? You're playing within the jungle, you can't really see what's going on. Him being the tank, him being not the damage dealer, you know, is moving forth to give some vision, to find out what's going on. Unfortunately, heavily punished.
Do you feel that the communications for the side of Impunity is lacking?
Uh-oh. The setup, the engage.
Here we go. There's going to be a kill coming in from the side of Impunity. Levy gets dangerously low. Logic is going to be the second one to go down. It's going to be a double kill coming in for God. But it's going to be a kill coming in for Levi. Levi gets ended. Oh my God, Velvet immediately in the danger zone. Danger zone as Velvet tries to get away. Kirato will be the second one to go down. Immortality will be going out as well. Kirato gets stunned and it's going to be a killing spree coming in for the side of Impunity. This could breathe life in their hopes of bringing the comeback to their favor. Impunity showing that they are not falling to Team Fallen.
It was the exact thing that they had just fallen for. It was the jungle, the abuse of that vision. They just waited and set up. They saw that the lanes were pushed out. They most likely would be rotating up to the top, and they just waited patiently. That is a team that has played out the strategy before. That's a good shout call coming out from the leader.
Definitely a good shot call coming in from the leader. What I like to see coming in here...
Oh, here we go again.
No. That's not going to be that. It was just a bamboozle on us for the casters. And over in the mid side, it seems that Gosu, from the side of Team Fallen.
Lord's coming up in 40 seconds. Yet another major objective that needs to be looked at. Oh. The waves are sort of evened out again. It's not heavily pushing in anybody's favor, but Zilong's going to be clearing out the bottom, which means he's going to be pushing in the favor of Fallen. If not going to be breaking out soon enough, they might need to split the attention, but no Hayabusa coming out into the bottom, making sure that he's quelling the push of the creeps perfectly in time, where he's able to rotate back to Lord and answer the team fight call. Positioned, ready.
All right, this is bad because Velvet now is in the bot side. He won't be able to get to the Lord in time. And if the members of Impunity decide to go onto it, it's going to be bad. The calm before the storm. Oh, the calm before the storm. Could it be? Could it be? We're going to go over and check it out. Kirato goes in. Tokyo Drift will hit into the wall instead. Into the wall. Oh my goodness. That's not how you Tokyo Drift, bro. You Tokyo Drift by avoiding the corners and not hitting the corners right immediately. And it seems that Team Fallen might actually get the Lord.
This is going to wait quick. No response. It's going to be Lord for free.
Oh my goodness, this is bad. This is bad coming in from the side of Team Fallen. And it's going to be the Lord.
That was just bad for Impunity, right? Not being able to read the movements. They didn't want to, go into the engage. It's really going to come down to that one single fight that's going to determine the game. We are just closing in on the 20-minute mark. One of the longer games that we have seen over here. Really close. Even if it's a 10,000 goal difference, everybody's at max level. The items are pretty much all built out. The immortality coming out across everybody, just waiting for it to come back off cooldown. And the engage, the posturing. I like the fact, 3-1-1, pressure all inside.
Though. Look at Lord being shredded down. This is very wise coming in from the side of Impunity. They know how to counter that Lord, but it's also on part and parcel on the fact that...
Hayabusa at the bottom, going onto Zilong, they're battling that side out.
Oh.
Tara does get destroyed.
Oh, will he be able to do it? Zilong's going to go down. Zilong's going to go down to the Eudora. And this is the advantage that members...
That's so worth.
I mean, it is worth, but because death timers are fairly long, so this could spell doom for the side of Team Fallen if they're not smart about this.
Team Fallen needs to pull back, not lose any more people, wait for him to respond, and then come back strong as a 5-man team. You got the structure, you can respond, the structures can't.
Uh-oh. Kirato doing a bit of a good job, gets the
stun
on
the guard. Look how tanky they are.
Oh my goodness. I mean, there's some good tankiness coming in, but I would like to see Kirato come in with the ultimate and try to actually just cause some disruption and the rest of the follow-up come in. I'm thinking that Kirato will come in
from
right
the side.
Oh my goodness, there's a side.
Alice had a little bit of a love tap still going on, not a full committal.
I mean, it wasn't a full commitment coming in from either side of the team. Both of them are fairly comfortable with just tapping each other and going away.
Both teams know what's on the line. They're playing the smart, safer game, which is get the minions on your side, the winions really at this point, because that's what's going to be ultimately pushing towards. Just look at the bottom lane for Team Fallen. All 3 towers are still there.
Wow, wow, wow.
Not even touched.
Not even touched. And that just shows that the strength in Team Fallen's side was more towards the bottom side, and the tri-lane over in the bot side was just impressively set up. A lot of the counter rotations that were coming in from the side of Impunity were kind of countered from the side of Team Fallen with really good decision-making being shown.
It's really Team Fallen's game to lose at this point. They're all maxed out. There's nothing more that they can really be gaining. EXP is a thing of the past. You're already capped out. Items are capped out as well. So the objectives of Turtle, of the jungle monsters that are there, not really going to be that effective. What needs to happen now is they need to catch someone out. Ace going on Velvet.
Oh, Velvet taking way too much damage, and Ace decides to go against it. Do not want to be facing up against a Velvet, especially.
I think it's a sort of test to see how much damage you can actually deal with, so you're able to make that smart decision. The next time the engage goes in, who do you actually target out? That was a 75% chunk.
Well, that was a 75% chunk, but the problem is you just wasted your resources that is on a fairly high cooldown comparatively, just to find out your damage. And although that interaction may actually not come back and bite him yet, because by the time he comes back into a fight, his ultimate will be back up yet. But there's always room for punishment for this kind of thing. There's going to be another turtle coming in for the side of Team Fallen.
I mean, they're just racking up gold. It's still the 10,000 that's there, but once you hit above the 60,000 mark, it's really slim.
Yes, it really slim coming in from the side of Team Fallen, as Team as Team Impunity are just marching to the song.
The amount of respect that they have for each other really at this point. They've both fallen for each other's traps. They have both played really well vision games within the jungle. And right now it's who can think of a better strategy to create. There looks like this might be a pincer move.
Oh, it's going to be a pincer move. Velvet's in a good position. He could have just fallen in, but it's not going to be good. That was a nice ultimate coming in for Hayabusa, but he will be able to get away with the shadow.
Still backing off.
Kirato could actually be the frontliner and try to extend and prolong the fight as long as the members of Impunity, as long as members of Team Fallen are just directly behind him. But
the bottom lane's pushing out as well. Oh, Zilong's all by your lonesome self.
Well, he's got to be careful though, despite the fact that he does some really decent damage. And this is going to be the third or second Lord of the game.
This is going to be the third.
The third one coming in, and Zilong getting the kill outside of view onto the Roger.
This could be the complete split push. They need to address this right now. They are going for the distraction. Zilong coming from the side. Eudora going to responding with that. On the other end, Alice pushing out the top, coming back into the fray.
Oh, it's very smart though, but it seems that over in the bot side, Beast flickers away. Velvet walking away with a slither of health. I do not know whether the DPS is good enough, but it seems that Gosu goes in. Speedy Light Wheel has been activated. He goes on a rampage as he gets the first kill. Will he get the second kill? Look at the amount of damage and the true damage. 320 true damage on top of the damage that he does. And it's going to be a game coming in for the side of Team Fallen. No! Will it be? Will it be? Yes, it will be. And for the first time today, Team Fallen manages to go 1-1 against Impunity. Man, oh man. That was exciting.
That was exciting. I mean,
that was very exciting.
We talked about increasing the ramp up the depth. You have Levi, MVP.
Levi is the MVP, that's for sure. Rightly so. Very smart coming in from this side of Team
It was significant.
Because they don't want, because Team Fallen now is on the second pick.
Yep.
So they do not want the members of Impunity to be getting their hands on Carrie, because Carrie was just a monster in that. As soon as the Carrie hit mid-game scaling into late-game scaling, it just spelled doom coming in. Cho being picked out for the side of Impunity, for the side of Team Fallen, Velvet and Aurora.
Once again, we are saying Minotaur and Aurora again, the same combination.
I'm really, really interested to see this. It seems that Team Fallen has an interesting composition here, because we do see a little bit of CC with Logic and Velvet picking out those two heroes. The fact is that for the side of Impunity, God on the show, yes, he does have some really significant lockdowns with the Way of the Dragon, but I do not think that Ji Kun Lang will be able to do the same thing. And Beast, besides the fact that he has triple sweep is not a basic ability. Triple sweep is an ultimate. So once you spam out that triple sweep, then you have nothing to actually rely on. Levi and Levi and Gosu picking out Akai and Zilong. Moskov being hovered over here.
Alice again.
I would like to see the Moskov being picked out here. Spray of Quessence is pretty good.
And indeed it is. So this looks quite similar towards their first draft. And you're looking at Team Fallen coming in going, we're pretty much going to go with the second game's draft as well. So it looks like it's going to be the best of both worlds. Bruno at the end still being taken up as their marksman this time around.
Well, what's really interesting to note here is the fact that a lot of these teams here, they play really well. But the execution of how certain team fights are going could be a little bit more better. Could be a little bit better, excuse me. And when you want to pull the trigger, right? I mean, it's just like commanding soldiers.
Right.
Everyone's got to shoot their gun at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Right? I mean, you don't just blindly go into enemy territory and shoot. I mean, it reveals yourself too much.
Yes.
And also, if you miss, what's gonna happen, right?
You're out of ammo.
Exactly. So that's the thing that they need to be aware of. The fact that, yes, you can pull the trigger with impunity. However, if you miss out on that engage, then it could spell doom for you, and you will fall.
And you may just be slain out into oblivion and fall off the ladders, that's left here. The tournament brackets are narrowing down as the day goes by.
As the day goes by, we're starting to find out which of these teams are top-tier teams, which of these teams are mid-tier teams, and which of these teams are the lower-tier teams. And here we go right into the battlefield. It's going to be a standard start coming in, but excuse me, it's not going to be a standard start here because there's only
there's no death ball going out.
I mean, there's no death ball going out. And,
there's no reveal into lanes either, except for Zilong at top.
Well, what I like about this is the fact that there is a show of adaptation coming in.
I think it's also a show of respect. They're learning from their experience. They're moving about it. And that's really what you want to see in the better teams coming out here, of how well they can adapt and move towards it. Zilong is up top, and Moskov could be right in his area. Oh, no.
Oh, they're going to go for the Reaper here, and this is a wise choice coming in from the side of Team Fallen. They want to secure their objectives, and because of the push coming in...
and Moskov, better back off.
You see what Team Fallen is doing is pretty... what Team Impunity is doing is pretty good. They tried to set up a proxy to try to set a slow push over in the top side. And, oh, what's that media button coming in there? Excuse me. They were trying to proxy the lane, and because they proxy the lane, they're trying to stack up the creeps in their favor and create a slow push. And if you create a slow push coming into the top side, it actually opens up the top side of the jungle. So this is smart coming in. Beast trying to get into it, but doesn't have the...
I mean, they're teetering around each other at this point. Bottom, Alice still holding her fair share, staying on the turret, being quite safe. You know, waiting it out, biding some time, some gold, some experience, just waiting. Oop,
there's going to be a pause right there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Where did the pause not come in? It's been a couple of games since we had the pause.
I'm quite happy to know that the pause comes in, but this could be a small little issue that could be rectified really quickly. And we're going to go see our faces. Hello, world.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. And there's going to be a small little technicality here, as the members of the organizing committee will be on top of it to make sure that the content is up to date and make sure that you guys are always entertained with some Mobile Legends.
And especially this is the third match. They really want it to be absolutely flawless because you really are looking at two good teams here. Not just average teams, not just the teams, but really good teams with really good fight that's coming. And they're quite close within the second game that's there. The first game a little bit skewed. Second game really close. The third game is the ultimate decider because it would be a shame for either one of the teams to walk away that's here.
Well, what I like about this is
let's go back into game.
From the draft already, we can see already that there was a level of confidence that, I mean, they already immediately know that what they were going to pick out already. So there's been a level of planning that has been done for the side of Impunity and the side of Team Fallen. Whether the execution is good coming in from Team Fallen will be smart.
Is this going to be a quick turtle again? Impunity loves doing this on the sort of 2.5-minute mark. No, in fact, it looks like it's going to be a gang to the bottom.
Uh-oh, Levi. Oh, Logic is going to go down for the first blood. Nicely done by the Saber. Beast living up to his name. Levi rolls up, but will not be able to get the kill. And the kill will go over to the Aliens. Nicely done. 2-4-0 exchange in favor of Impunity.
I mean, that juggle of turret aggro was
beautifully done.
So
beautifully done. Beautifully
done. I mean, Akai tried to do his best, knocking them and keeping them within range, but no, the turret aggro juggling was really well done. Good job.
Nice stuff coming in from the side of Impunity now, taking the objectives that they need to make sure that they can get the extra stats or the extra buffs that they need to actually try to get more advantages. But it seems that with 2 kills in the pockets of Team Impunity, we did see Impunity do the same thing to Team Fallen, though. So I'm thinking that this could be one of those...
Looks like it's going to be another one. Here we go. Levi gets caught out. Jumps away.
Levi dangerously walking into that brush, getting caught out. Luckily enough, he had his escape mechanism to actually keep him to safety.
Looks like there's going to be another collapse down in mid. They're staggering out Bruno, wisely smart, dashing away. Ooh. The pace of the game's a little bit slower.
Well, you have to understand there's a lot at stake here, especially in the third game. So both these teams are playing a very conservative game. I don't see Levi being as reckless as he did in the previous game, like how he is, like how he was in the previous game. But it could change in a heartbeat. So I'm thinking that Team Fallen is just waiting for the opportune moment. 700 gold advantage in favor of Impunity, and it could just only rise more and more with more wave control that they have.
We are seeing that turtle is still available, not quite being taken. The pressure coming in from the bottom side, Team Fallen wanting that turret. They have taken a little bit of a beating on their very own. That was where the massive turret juggling did happen. Oh.
Well, God,
the setup.
Oh,
here we go.
So triple sweep right into it, but nicely done with a flying tackle away. And Gosu is just like, nope.
I mean, you even saw Moskov coming from the top, you know, shooting out the ultimate, trying to assist them along the way. Unfortunately, not being able to quite clip Bruno away.
Oh, and it's going to be another tactical pause. I think we cursed it because you said...
I take it back. I take it back.
Yeah, we take it back. I take it back. It's been a very long day, and luckily enough, we love what we do. So.
Oh, that we do.
I mean, it's tiring, yes, that we're gonna be casting. I mean, like, I don't know about my voice. We're gonna be tomorrow. I'm gonna be tomorrow, you know. So, I guess I'm just happy that I love what I do, and I'm glad to be spending some quality time with all you guys out there watching Mobile Legends with you guys, and it's just an amazing day to be here at Tropicana City Mall. From morning right up until the evening right now, we've seen so much people come and go, but the amount of people that are staying is just amazing.
It's I mean, it really speaks volumes, right, to the entertainment value, the commitment towards the game. People are enjoying themselves. I'm enjoying myself. In fact, there was a lot of talk about why you were so sweaty before this.
Oh my goodness, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started.
Excited.
I wasn't just excited, I was ready to jump off of my seat actually. But to those of you at home, I'm sorry about my sweatiness, you know. I mean, being under the spotlight can be very, not to say stressful, but can be very, you know what I mean? And sometimes just the non-stop action that Mobile Legends just shows.
Oh yeah.
When you look away from the screen, or even if you talk about something else for even a little while, you're able to miss so much action.
Because it is continuous, it is fast-paced, it is right in your face.
Oh yes. As the members of the Marshals are rectifying this small technical pause issue, let's talk about what has been happening thus far. Impunity ahead by 2 kills. They're ahead about maybe 5,000 to 7,000 gold. Excuse me, 500 to 7,000 gold. I'm not really sure what the exact number was.
No, it's a couple of hundred. To early few thousands.
Excuse me, yes. Excuse my ignorance, but yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long day, you know. We've been screaming our lungs out here in a nice little...
Would you like to borrow my glasses and add on?
I don't think so. I don't think so. But I will take this off because it adds a little bit of seriousness. I'm going to start squinting and saying, will impunity come back from this?
So this is serious talk right now.
Yeah. Will impunity come back from this?
Perfect timing. I asked you a question, right? Who's going to win it? I'm coming back to that serious talk time.
Oh boy, okay.
The Hound.
I am going with Team Fallen just because I value the underdog.
Okay.
And I like the fact that Team Fallen impressed me with their adaptability, but my gut, that's what my heart says. Okay. My gut says that impunity is playing it safe. They have that 2-kill advantage, they have the goal advantage and the objective control, so they might play it super safe to make sure that we're not going to give Team Fallen.
You need to choose one.
I'm
your
going to go...
heart or your mind?
Whoa.
Do you go with the feeling you have inside, or do you know with what you have just seen?
Well, I'm a man that believes that... I believe in the power of love, and I also believe in the power of tilt. So I'm hoping that impunity tilts out because Fallen will actually try to pull a miracle out of their pockets, and maybe Team Fallen might actually bring it out.
So,
Team Fallen.
Team Fallen, okay. I actually think impunity is going to pull it out.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, last game struggled back and forth, but the first game really was the ultimate indication.
Yeah, I mean, the first game was an ultimate indication, but like I said, anything can happen in esports. We thought that impunity was going to stay with the trend of staying 2-0, like all the other Malaysian teams and the Singaporean team that went before them, and actually just, hey, you know what? We're 2-0. We're just going to just like stomp it. Make sure that the advantages are clean and clear, and we make sure that they can't do anything. But it seems that Team Fallen was like, nope, we ain't having any of that. We're going to bamboozle you guys so hard that you guys are going to tilt off the face
I like
of
the black gold sassiness that came along with it. Like,
honey, hell no. But anyway, yeah, my sassiness all aside, okay, I'm really excited to see what kind of action that's going to be shown here by Team Fallen and Impunity. I can't wait to go back into the game. But
we just got to wait a little bit longer as they make sure to get all the problems fixed out there so we don't really see more technical issues that's coming out there.
Well, let's talk a little bit about esports in general here in Malaysia. And what do you think?
Let's go into game.
Oh, I was just about to say it. I got trolled by Pseudo. And talking a little bit about esports in general, I like the unity that's happening here. I see a lot of community members from other gaming companies.
I love the support that the community is bringing over here. Who doesn't love gaming in general? On a mobile as well, fast-growing game.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Beast not being spotting out Levy, and that's not a good sign.
I mean, surely he must have Hermit's moved away.
Oh, Beast couldn't make a steal at all, but the top lane turret will go down. Oh, Spear of Destruction goes off against the map, almost across the map from the mid side. And what's really important to note is that Ace, Beast, and Jeepun Lang hanging out over in the tri-bush, closest to the turret, closest to the turtle.
Turtle's about to be taken.
But it could be careful with Kirato coming in. And Kirato does have the ability to actually disrupt them.
Both coming from the top lanes. Will they meta in time?
Jeepun Lang in the middle of everything. Oh, he gets stunned in. Oh my goodness. This was exactly what I was saying. Impunity pulling out the stops. The double kill goes over to Impunity. A triple kill. Will it be a 4-man kill? Velvet gets dangerously low. Gosu as well gets dangerously low, but he slides away as Velvet as well. Will be able to get away from it.
I mean, that engage coming out by Alice over there, just making sure it works so heavily into their favor, and then Alice went back, secured the turtle as well. One tower gets taken, the second one heavily under siege, and they will be able to take it. Will there be another engage, or will they start backing off? Ooh, we even see pings coming out.
I mean, it's wise for them to back away from that because most of the members of Team Impunity are really low. And because of the proximity.
It's enough. Let's not be greedy.
I mean, you can consider because they are 5-0. So if they decide to actually outplay them on a mechanical level and try to make sure that they fight going backwards, they could actually win. But this is going towards the point that I said. Impunity are ahead, and like I said, I mean, I kind of don't like the fact that I had to go with my gut, with my feelings. I wish I could take back my bet. But hey, sometimes your feelings never lie, and sometimes your gut never lies.
The game's far from over, and anything is possible.
Exactly, but 5,000 goal advantage in favor of Team Impunity shows that this could be the beginning of the end for the side of Team Fallen.
Well, a lot of it's structural, goal that has come across. That you have 3 towers that's already been taken. Potentially a 4th now, top being heavily pushed. Nobody's there to defend. They want to give it up. The most outer turret, unfortunately, not quite worth a massive engage.
But this is what I like about esports is like sometimes when you feel like games are supposed to go one way, nope.
It surprises you every single time.
Very exciting coming in. Ace, God, and Jeepun Lang hanging over the top side. 3 members of Team Fallen. Ace has got to be careful though, despite the fact that he does have the spinning blades.
He's just chipping away at this point. Bruno coming in.
Bruno could be out of position and he's got to be careful. But he does have the flying tackle. He'll be able to get out of there without much.
Moskov!
Oh, Velvet gets taken down nicely.
Velvet gets taunts the bit out of the fabric of time. Yet another tower being taken. This is eerily reminiscent of the first game so far.
Eerily reminiscent. 6-0 in favor of Team Impunity
and
Team Fallen.
Perfect
just falling out, and I'm rather disappointed, Team Fallen. I was expecting a little bit more, at least a closer game.
This is going to be yet another engage.
This is bad. They're setting up a proxy and they're trying to get Kirato in the middle of it. Oh my god, there goes the Dragon Rage. Oh, he does get slain down though, and luckily enough, the Cho will be able to shut out. Beast gets out of the way, living up to his name of Beast. Nicely done with the Shunpo. Wave of the Dragon was set up beautifully right into the triple sleeve. Oh my god! Holy cow, the mega kills are real. The double kill goes over to God, and that will be a triple kill going over to God. Will it be a quad? No, it will not. It's going to be a push. It's going to be a race for the base, and they don't want to be wiped out. It's smart for Bruno to just not hang around there.
This is an easy Lord take at this point. the goal swing is massive.
The goal swing is massive. Over 6,000 goal in favor.
Well, it's over 8,000, and it's going to be climbing now with Lord being taken as well. That's a 10,000 goal lead.
10K.
And Turtle is still up to even push that further ahead. They're going to wipe out the entire jungle, move on, and they need to rally at this point. Team Fallen needs to get together. They need to regroup, rethink of a strategy, perhaps use what was in the last game. Camp out in a bush.
Yeah, camp out in a bush and set up a death bush. You know, the bamboozle the living heck out of them. But it might be a little bit too late because right now they have to answer the Lord's push. And the Lord's going to be spawning over to the bot side. And all right, here's the thing that a lot of lower elo Mobile Legends players don't understand. They think that the Lord spawn is random. Well, no, it's not. Lord will always go towards the weakest lane. And if all 3 lanes, for example, are even out, it will go in the shortest distance. And because the bottom side is the strongest, is the weakest at the moment in favor.
It just had that little chip.
Oh, yes. And because of that, the Lord will be pushing it out. And as you can see already, members of Impunity hanging over to the bottom side of the red jungle are just going to slowly chip away at them.
This is the slow march of death, really, with Lord and the minion wave.
I'm sorry, I just had to, you know? I mean, you say slow march of death, I just think Darth Vader. But here it comes the Lord getting chipped down.
Back up top.
The split push is real here because the reason why they don't want to be pushing out with the Lord is because that, okay, they're going to answer the Lord, we'll take the top side turret.
I mean, this is good rotation. This is good strategy being carried out there. It was quite clean. You had Alice, which is that massive initiation. So the moment they see Alice, they go, right, the most likely is a team behind there, and they're unable to really respond to it. Top, gone. Bottom, halfway gone already. And this is spelling and smelling like the end is near.
It smells like salt, and it's not coming from the sea. It's coming from the tears of the members of Team Fallen. I swear to you, because they did so well in the second game. I am totally and utterly disappointed. They did so well. They needed to draft it out proper, and they did draft it out proper. But the execution from the side of Impunity is just disgustingly amazing. And it seems that Team Fallen is just crumbling under the pressure and the weight.
I mean, earlier today I talked about, pacing of game and, forcing other teams to play to the pace that you're doing. Impunity did that so well in Game 1. In Game 2, unfortunately, they fell to the pace of Team Fallen. But Impunity came back and said, no, we are not going to allow that to happen. They came in with the early engagers, and since then, you gave them an inch, they took a mile.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting an inch. From getting an inch, getting to a mile. How much is a mile in kilometers? Metric system, bro. Metric system. We're in Malaysia, bro.
1.47?
Right, jokes aside and mathematics jokes aside, top lane has been destroyed. Coming in, top lane turret has been destroyed, and it seems that members of Team Fallen are falling back into the base, turtling it up. Yeah. Oh, Kirato, the desperation play. Whoa, that was beautifully done. Minato and Rage into 3 members. Levi in the middle of it, right into the coldness destroy.
The re-engagement coming in, God from the side.
But it's just too bad coming in, godlike double kill for the members of Team Impunity, wiping them out, and it's going to be the end of the game. The waves are coming in for the side of Impunity.
Team Impunity.
Impunity will be facing out against Axis 1 tomorrow.
So well done towards that end. They got engaged on, the counter engage came across, and that was such a good experience. We are seeing...
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.